boys and girls, it's Pastor Sonia. It's time for Sabbath School. We're so happy you're here. We want to wish all of you who have celebrated a birthday a happy birthday. If you were here last week, you got to hear some fun stories and you got to see some special guests. The McCoys were here teaching you how to be a local missionary. And I know so many of you were so excited about that and have said that you want to be a missionary. I want you to look at how I'm dressed. This is from a country that maybe some of you have heard about. Maybe some of you would like to go one day. But this is a country where I was a missionary, and that is Australia. And this is one of the animals from Australia. This is a koala. And you'll be lucky to see one if you can see one in the wild because they like to hide. They get afraid about people. And so they usually hide. But when there is disasters, like when there's fires in Australia, you might see more of them because they're trying to escape, and then they'll go to people and ask for help. But usually these try to hide. Koalas are afraid of people and try to hide because they're very shy. Another place that I want to talk to you about is a place I visited a couple years ago, and that is a country of South Africa. When I was there, I bought a very special toy. This is from the Toy Project. And this, does anyone know what animal this is? If you said a rhinoceros, you are correct. This project, the Toy Project, is an initiative for women. They handmade these animals to first let us know that we need to be careful and take care of these animals because the rhinos have been on the endangered list for many years. And so these women are making these toys that people buy that not only helps them to take care of their families, but it also is to remind us that we need to take care of the animals. And another animal that's also on that list that I was able to see when I was in South Africa is the giraffe. There's so many of you that I know this is your favorite animal, but the giraffes are now on the endangered list. And so boys and girls, one way that we can be a good missionary, which is really talking about Jesus to people is what a missionary is to make sure we take care of God's creation because that is what we are called to do. We are called to be stewards of taking care of God's creation. And that's another way is to help take care of animals. What's so exciting, boys and girls, today is that Miss Jennifer has gone with a very special missionary for us. I don't know if you know this wonderful person, but his name is Fabian, and he has been helping us edit our videos. So he is also kind of a missionary to us because he helps us share who Jesus is. Well, Fabian, who edits our videos, and Miss Jennifer, who is our leader for praise and worship for primary, they went out on a special field trip to see rescue animals. So you're going to learn all about rescue animals today, and that's going to be so much fun. After you do that, I want you to scroll down and look for your teachers who have a special lesson for you. And also remember in the afternoon, we have a special puppet show that comes from the South Pacific Division where I was a missionary, and it's actually filmed in Australia, that puppet show that you get to watch. And there's other special resources you can also look at if you want to still learn more about who Jesus is. We'd love for you to watch. Also, boys and girls, I'm going to show you today just nothing that is too hard. But boys and girls, I want to do some hand motions with you to teach you our PowerPoint. And so you're going to get your hands together with me. And you're going to follow the hand motions with me. But the PowerPoint, first I want to read it to you, and then I'm going to show you the hand motions. But it's God's people are stronger when we support one another and work together. Now this time with hand motions. God's people are stronger when we support one another and work together. Try that again. God's people are stronger when we support one another, and work together. Thank you, boys and girls. I hope you have a very fun Sabbath school learning about missionaries, because today's lesson is about Paul and Silas, and it is so amazing that though that story happened a long time ago, that these wonderful missionaries went out to tell people about Jesus. But guess what, boys and girls? Again, we can be missionaries right here locally, like the McCoys told you about, or you could go far away like I did to Australia and be a missionary, or you can be a missionary to your neighbors. In any way, in any place that you are sharing God's love, you're being a missionary. Thank you, boys and girls. We love you. We miss you. Again, happy birthday for everybody who's had birthdays, and we can't wait to see you soon. Bye.
Good morning. Let's sing Hallelujah, Hallelujah together. Hallelujah, 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 Hallelujah. Praise ye the Lord. Hallelujah, 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 Hallelujah. Praise ye the Lord. Praise ye the Lord. Hallelujah. Praise ye the Lord. Hallelujah. Praise ye the Lord. Hallelujah. Praise ye the Lord. Let's sing I Just Want to Be a Sheep. I just want to be a sheep. Ba, 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 ba. I just want to be a sheep. Ba, 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 ba. Oh, praise the Lord, my soul. I just want to be a sheep. Ba, 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 ba. I don't want to be a hypocrite. I don't want to be a hypocrite. 'Cause they're not hip with it. I don't want to be a hypocrite. I just want to be a sheep. Ba, 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 ba. I just want to be a sheep. Ba, 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 ba. Oh, praise the Lord, my soul. I just want to be a sheep. Ba, 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 ba. I don't want to be a Pharisee. I don't want to be a Pharisee. 'Cause they're not fair, you see. I don't want to be a Pharisee. I just want to be a sheep. Ba, 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 ba. I just want to be a sheep. Ba, 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 ba. Oh, praise the Lord, my soul. I just want to be a sheep. Ba, 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 ba. I don't want to be a Sadducee. I don't want to be a Sadducee. 'Cause they're so sad, you see. I don't want to be a Sadducee. I just want to be a sheep. Ba, 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 ba. I just want to be a sheep. Ba, 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 ba. I praise the Lord, my soul. I just want to be a sheep. Ba, 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 ba. Let's sing Jesus' Love is a Bubbling Over. 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 Hallelujah. Love is a bubbling over. Love is a bubbling over. Love is a bubbling over. Hallelujah. Bubbling over. Bubbling over. Bubbling over. Hallelujah. Over. Over. Hallelujah. Wee. Hallelujah. Jesus' love is a bubbling over. Jesus' love is a bubbling over. Jesus' love is a bubbling over. Hallelujah.
Good morning, happy Sabbath, praise and worship friends. So we're not in our classroom today. We are out and about in what kind of looks like a forest jungle, and we have a special friend with us today that many of you may remember from last Sabbath when we did our C.A.R.E Foundation program. So Miss Kristen is here, and we're gonna socially distance so that you can see that we are together but we're still apart.
Still apart.
So Miss Kristen is going to
share some of our favorite animals with you and kind of give you a little education along with a little fun. So welcome everybody to the C.A.R.E Foundation, and hopefully very soon you can come out and visit yourselves.
So stay tuned, we're going to show you some very special animals, so hang on, here we go.
Bubba here. Easy, easy. Good boy. Easy. Good boy. You lost it, buddy? Easy. Alright, now this is Bubba. He's an American alligator. He will find that other piece. Obviously, I'm not going to reach in to get it for him. Bubba's been with me for a long time. He used to do all my shows and all, and believe it or not, I can go in there. I can mow the lawn. I can hand feed him. You wouldn't know I could hand feed him, but I can go in and feed him when he's in his pool. Bubba will get bigger than this. And right now he's just letting us know that you need to stand back. And he's a cold-blooded reptile, so he doesn't eat every day. In the summer he does eat a lot more because it is warmer. We'll probably feed him. He only had a little bit today, so I'll probably feed him in about 3 more days. Feed him a little extra. In the winter time, these guys shut down, and I'll only feed them maybe once a week. So back it up, Bubba. So even though he looks crazy vicious right now, he's actually pretty well behaved and takes direction pretty well most of the time. And he will find that little piece here shortly. There he goes. They've got very good sense of smell, so he smells it there somewhere. And these guys are not something you have to be afraid of. You just have to be aware. They're in pretty much every body of water in Florida. You don't want to walk your young children or your pets near the water because basically they just look prey size. So a gator doesn't know the difference between a person or prey. So you just have to be aware of that, be gator safe. But they don't really want to chase you down or bite you. They'll only go after you if you're feeding them and they're used to being fed. Like this guy, he could never go to the wild because he is used to people having food. And then if you're too close to their nests or their babies, of course the moms are going to be very protective. They're very good moms. And certain times of year, the bull gators will set up their new territories, and the only thing they want in their territories is a bunch of little girl gators. But even then, they won't chase you down. They'll make a bellowing noise, which sounds like a huge bullfrog. That's my girl. That's my girl. All right, the 2 tigers you just saw were Hurricane Katrina and Daenerys, the 2 girls that we have here. They both came in from California. We were expecting Daenerys. We were not expecting Katrina until last minute. Apparently these guys were surplus tigers. And a lot of times what goes on in this country is surplus breeding, lots of breeding. Everybody wants babies, everybody wants cubs. A lot of people try to get them as pets, as cute little babies, and don't realize they grow up to be 300-pound animals. Or they do realize it and they think if you hand raise them in the house, if you hand raise them with a lot of love, they'll never turn on you. It's a wild animal, it happens. These guys don't belong in houses, they don't belong as pets, and unfortunately there's a lot of surplus cats out there. Both these girls have been spayed so they can go in and play with our male tiger Tyrion, and we not have additional babies because there's enough tigers out there that need homes that don't have them because of all this surplus breeding. So the girls have a safe and proper home here. They've got lots of running room. We trade them in and out to play with different cats, so they had different playmates all the time. They have a big pool, everything a tiger could possibly need. And these guys, a lot of people aren't aware of it. These girls eat about 8 to 10 pounds of meat every single day. So it's a huge expense. If they ever have to go to the vet or have a vet come out here, that's another huge expense. So it's all things that people don't take into consideration when they see these cute little babies. It's a all factor, and here luckily in Florida it's very controlled. You have to have licensing for everything. But in Texas, as far as I know, you can still walk in a pet store and buy a lion or a tiger cub. So serious situation in different states. California is also very loose as far as their laws. So yeah, it's a big problem, and that's what we're here for, is to take these guys in and give them a permanent home so they don't get shifted around and have anywhere else to go and not be properly cared for. So this moose, his name is C.A.R.E. He is a liger. Not a liger, but a liger. Everybody's got ligers. He's what we consider the unicorn of big cats. These guys are not supposed to exist. He's 2 parts lion, 1 part tiger. His mom was a liger, and they're not supposed to have babies. They're not supposed to be able to have babies. But somehow she had him and a few other brothers, and we were lucky enough to get him in. Right now we don't know how big he's going to get. He's only 2.5 years old. He's about 600 pounds at this point. He is growing a mane, which we're pretty happy about. He's going to have a nice big lion mane. He's got real pretty spots and stripes if you look at his belly and his legs. He does like water, just like a tiger. Lions usually don't, but tigers do. And right now he's trying to play with the cameraman. C.A.R.E. So C.A.R.E. is extremely special. We were able to get him when he was very young. He was 3 months old. I happened to be talking to somebody that had him and his brother, and he asked me if I'd be interested in one of them because he didn't intend on keeping 2. And I said, of course, let me think about it and I'll get back to you. So the next day I got back to him and I said, we'll go ahead and bring him in. And as young as he was, only a few months old, I knew that we could form an early bond. Lions are pride animals. Unlike tigers, who are solitary, who like to be alone and away from each other except a mom with babies, lions all like to be together, and they're very social. And so there's no social distancing out here with him. So the people that helped raise him and have been with him ever since he came into our place are able to come in. He's still very well behaved. We do have to watch him. There are certain times, like at feed time, we can still hand feed him a lot of food, but if we give him something real big, he gets very possessive, just like any big cat will, and then we can't be around him at that point, because even though he loves us, when the wildness comes out, it's a chemical reaction, and they don't know what they're doing, and they don't know who's around them. It's just somebody that might take that food. So we do have to be careful of that, but the main reason we have to be careful of him is his size. He is still growing. He's got about 2 years of growing. So I figure the way he's growing right now, he's easily going to hit 900 pounds. So he's going to be a very, very big boy. And if we consistently come in and hang out with him and spend a lot of time with him, hopefully we'll always be able to do that. He knows commands. He knows sit, lay down, up, play dead. He's very well behaved. He knows no, he knows easy. So he's an exceptional cat, and something we're very, very lucky to have here. And just so you know, right now he's eating 20 pounds of meat a day, every day. So yeah, there's a lot of food that goes out. And like I said, he's a toddler. He's only 2.5 years old. So he's got a lot of growing to do.